Hello, friends. Professor Guy here, come to you from the Professor Guy Education Center here in New Jersey. Today, another Better Baseball Through Science episode. This time, special bonus edition. Stupidity strikes again. Before we get involved in that, though, let's do a little fundraising recap for Cooperstown. Fundraising update. Another successful money-making venture in our last tournament that we hosted. So far, to date, we have raised over $6,600 for the Cooperstown trip. Now, big reminder, our next fundraising event is the Butcher's Block Meat Raffle. Keep selling those raffle tickets. Early returns suggest many tickets already sold, but let's finish strong to get as much as possible through this event. Now, on to the main topic for today. Better Baseball Through Science. Bonus edition. Stupidity strikes again. This time, Professor Guy, while watching a 14U tournament game, saw one of the dumbest plays imaginable live. So we want to have a little talk through for going with that. What is that play? Sliding into first base. Probably the least scientific and the worst thing you can do on the baseball field. But you see it at all levels. Little League, U14, high school, minor leagues. Some ding-dongs even in the MLB end up doing this. Let's break this down why this is such a horrible idea. First, just because you sometimes see an MLB player do something like slide into first base doesn't mean it's a good idea. They're paid to play baseball. That doesn't necessarily mean they're playing smart baseball when they're doing it. Let's go ahead and look at this. You're allowed to run through first base for a reason. It's faster and better. You get to the base quicker. Use the rules of the game to your advantage. Scientific research has shown that sliding either feet first or head first is slower than running through the bag. There's research and experimentation that backs that up. We want to follow the science. We want to do the correct thing. Don't slide into first base. It's not going to get you there any quicker. If it's not any quicker, why do some baseball players still continue to slide in the first base? And the short answer is, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their heads. But if we listen to what they say when they're interviewed about that, that might give us a little bit of an insight into what they're doing. So many that have been interviewed about it have claimed that they feel they can get to the bag faster by sliding, even though science and research says that doesn't happen. Well, just because you think something, just because they think that, doesn't make it true. Remember, the laws of the universe do not care what you think or feel. They're the laws of the universe. Professor Guy also doesn't care what you think or feel. He cares about the laws of the universe as well. Perception can be misleading. Just because you think something doesn't make it so. So let's kind of probe into their mind. There's actually a little bit of an optical illusion that makes them think that they're getting to the bag faster when they're sliding, even though they're actually getting there much more slowly. They most likely feel it's faster is because of eye angle. In a head-first slide, your eyes are in line with the base and you're coming right over the top of it. As you're diving in, you're very close to the base and you can see that distance between your eyes and the bag decrease rapidly. It seems like it's going very fast. You compare that to when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you are running through the bag, your head's not in line with the bag. Instead, you're always 4, 5, 6 feet your eye level above that bag. You're always many feet away from it, even when you are right on top of it. It doesn't seem like you're really going at that bag or that bag is coming at you. That perception makes people think that sliding is faster, even though it is not. What we want to do is we want to look at some cases where there's been some really bad results of some MLB players sliding in the first base. Sometimes sliding in the first base ends up extremely badly. Case in point, Josh Hamilton and Yasiel Puig, both injured while sliding into first base. Again, why do it? It's not going to make you any faster, and now you're risking injury along with it. Not just the fact that it makes you slower, sometimes it really matters. What I want you to look at is at the biggest stage of baseball, the World Series. Okay? Sliding into first base potentially was costly in a World Series game because it does slow you up. What happens is you could have been safe if you just kept running through the bag like you were supposed to. Instead, because you slowed up, runner got called out. I encourage you to go look at some of these news articles, some of these things. It's real. Bad science means bad baseball. Case in point with the injuries, case in point with the sliding into first base in the World Series. So what are our take-home lessons today? Well, unless it is to avoid a tag, you should never slide into first base. Use the rules of baseball to your advantage. Play smart baseball. Since the rules of baseball allow you to run through the base at first, it is faster to do so and much safer to run through that base as opposed to sliding. Remember, anytime you pick a fight with science, you're going to lose. Science is always right. It doesn't matter what you think, what you feel, what you think is faster, better. Science gets the final word in that. You're on the wrong side of science, you end up losing. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and until next time, stay thirsty, my friends.